This is Learn English with Ease.
English made powerful, simple, and yours.
Welcome back, my friends, to Learn English with Ease. I'm Jack.
And I'm Emma. And before we dive in, if you've ever felt like you understand English perfectly, but when it's your turn to speak, your mind goes blank, then this episode is for you.
Yes! You're going to want to stick with us until the very end of this conversation because we're not only going to explain why this happens to you, we're also going to break down how to finally overcome this block so you can speak English naturally, without fear, without freezing.
And hey, if this feels like your struggle, don't just watch half. Stay until the end, because each part builds on the last. And I promise, the ending is going to shift the way you think about yourself in English.
Exactly. And if you're new here, hit subscribe right now so you don't miss any of our English conversations. This channel is all about helping you speak confidently and feel like yourself in English.
So Jack, let's start with this really common frustration. So many learners say, I understand movies, podcasts, my teacher, even my English friends, but when I try to talk, my mouth doesn't work. Why does this happen?
I love this question because it feels like such a mystery, right? You can understand, but you can't produce. But the truth is, it's not a mystery at all. It's psychology, habit, and practice. You see, understanding is a passive skill. Your brain can sit back and receive the language. But speaking? Speaking requires instant recall, confidence, and practice under pressure. And most learners have practiced listening far more than speaking.
Yes. And I want to add something here. It's also about identity. When you listen, you're a comfortable observer. But when you speak, suddenly it feels like the spotlight is on you. You worry about mistakes, grammar, sounding strange. That self-consciousness blocks the natural flow that you actually already have inside.
Exactly. And I've seen so many learners who are brilliant when listening, but completely freeze when asked a simple question like, "What did you do today?" It's not a lack of knowledge. It's fear plus habit.
I totally agree. And maybe let's share a little story. Remember Maria, one of my students from Spain? She told me she could watch Netflix with English subtitles, laugh at the jokes, even understand sarcasm. But the moment someone asked her in English, "So how was your weekend?" she literally felt her throat close. She said, "Emma, I know the words, I know the grammar, but it's like my brain won't connect to my mouth."
And that's exactly the block we're talking about.
So what do we do about it? Let's break it down. First, awareness. Learners need to know, you are not broken. You don't lack intelligence. This is a universal step in language learning. Even native speakers of other languages freeze when learning something new. So stop blaming yourself.
Yes, that's step 1. Step 2 is about shadowing and speaking practice. You need to train your mouth, not just your ears. And you do that by repeating out loud, not just in your head. Imagine training for a marathon by only watching other people run. You'd never be ready. Same with English.
That's powerful, Jack. And step 3 is identity shift. You have to stop seeing yourself as the shy learner and start practicing being the confident English speaker. This isn't about perfection. It's about practice.
Let's make this practical for our listeners. If you're watching right now, here's an exercise. The next time you watch a movie or YouTube video in English, pick just one sentence and shadow it. Say it out loud 3 times with the same rhythm and intonation. Do this every day. Over time, your mouth learns the rhythm of English and speaking becomes automatic.
And I want to add, speak even when you're alone. In your kitchen, your bedroom, walking to school
Okay,
or
Emma,
work.
let's go a bit
Describe what
deeper.
you see.
Why do you think fear
Say,
plays such a
I am
big
opening
role
the
in this?
window. I am making coffee. These tiny actions spoken out loud build fluency and kill the fear of speaking. Because speaking a second language feels vulnerable. Think about it. In your first language, you can express every emotion, every idea. You feel smart, witty, complete. But in English, suddenly you feel like a child again, searching for words. That's scary for the ego. So fear is natural.
That's so true. And I want to talk directly to our listeners here. If you've ever felt stupid while speaking English, you are not stupid. You are brave. You are doing something most people never even try. That feeling of being less intelligent is just an illusion your brain creates when you step outside your comfort zone.
Yes, and let me ask you, listener, have you ever had a moment where you wanted to say something funny in English, but you stayed quiet because you weren't sure how to say it? That silence? That's the block we're breaking today, and you break it by practicing speaking more often than you practice listening.
Step 2. If you follow these 5 steps, you will notice something magical. You'll go from silence to sentences, and from sentences to stories. And one day, you'll catch yourself speaking in English and realize, hey, I'm not translating anymore. I'm just talking.
And that's the breakthrough we want for you. But here's the catch. It doesn't happen if you only watch videos. You must practice daily, out loud. And if you're serious about breaking your block, make this podcast part of your daily routine.
And if you've made it this far in the episode, it means you're committed. So do us a favor, hit subscribe, drop a comment below telling us your biggest English block, and share this video with a friend who also feels stuck.
Because remember, you are not alone in this journey. Every English speaker you admire once felt exactly like you. The difference is they kept speaking, and so will you.
Until next time, keep practicing, keep speaking, and keep believing in yourself.
This is Emma.
And Jack. And we'll see you in the next episode of Learn English with Ease.